Hello and welcome. We are doing a Treasure Chest Tuesday today, celebrating the treasure chest of you. This is all your multidimensionality, all aspects of your expression, and giving you the opportunity today to be with every variation of the theme of the soul and the human personality that is you, and to be okay with it. Okay with it. Another thing we want to be okay with is that we're all a little lost sometimes. It's definitely been a season with the eclipses moving towards the solstice. I'll talk about that later. It's really been a time when there has been a particular feeling of lostness, a sense of I don't know who I am, where I'm going, a little spacey, a little what? A little, all of that maybe, and I'll go into that in a minute as well. I've talked about this before, but I want you to feel wherever you are is okay. We're all a little lost sometimes. We don't all have to be in peace or bliss all the time. But we can honor life exactly where we are. Yes, we love that. Okay, so some of the themes that are going on right now are punctuated by strong collective emotional states. Anger, which could be annoyance, frustration, etc. So a couple of examples of that are that the Southwest Airlines has said there's been 375 incidents of passengers fighting with flight attendants in the last, I think it is month, during this season, of course. So there's a lot of annoyance and anger coming up. And yes, the mass shootings are up. They're not even being talked about as much, but they're there. People are doing that thing again, as if it never stopped, really. So when you look at annoyance, let's talk about planes. I'm suspecting they didn't really say that it's people being frustrated about why should I have to wear a mask, who's telling me what to do, etc., etc. Because people weren't angry on planes before. Or where's the alcohol, or whatever it is. When you look at that, there's a feeling of I don't get to be free to be me. I don't get to be free to be me is underneath that. And a part of that that needs to be recognized is I'm not safe to be me. It's not okay. I'm being controlled by all these people. It's not safe for me, to be free to be me, okay? We can do something about that. We can. Okay, so contemplate that when you feel annoyed. Now, the other one is fear of going out again after the pandemic. I'm afraid of what it's going to be like out there. I've been more cloistered. I haven't been around big groups, and now there's going to be big groups, and I can't remember what it was like before. All I know now is I'm afraid to be exposed to all of that. Again, I don't feel safe. I feel out of control. And at least when we had COVID, there was a big fat control around things. So in a way that made certain people feel safe. So you see, there's different categories. Okay, that goes back to safety as well. When we feel that sense of tired and shut down and, I don't know about all of this, it's just too much, we can blame it on the eclipse. And I talked about this last week as well, the spacey and the shutdown. But another way to look at it is I don't feel safe in this world. I need to shut down, burrow down. I'm afraid to move forward because it's a time for big change, isn't it? We're moving. So that's another example of how we need to look at this feeling of being unsafe in the world, being unsafe in ourselves. We don't feel free to be ourselves, right? We feel we have to shut down in order to be okay being ourselves, because going out there, whoa, we're going to be impacted by all these people. Well, being impacted by all these people is up to us, isn't it? If we're free to be ourselves, and I don't mean in lieu of screw you everybody else, I hate all of you, I'm going to be who I am, and if I feel like killing you, I will. Not that. It's I feel free to be who I am, and I'm okay with certain outer earth level limitations, things that I need to do. I need to pay taxes. I need to have a car to get places. That's a good limitation, isn't it? There's all sorts of things. I need ingredients to bake the cake I want. I need a grocery store. We can't just poof, make a cake, have our ice cream. We have structures in place, and that's okay. We need those structures. But we also need to feel free in ourself within the so-called container of a physical earth body. So one of the things we need to do is learn how to be okay in ourselves. When we feel lost in anger, when we feel lost in fear, when we feel lost in shutdown, we're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's okay. Don't judge that you're lost. But I want you to learn how to go to the edge of those feelings versus pushing them down or shooting them out in ways that annoyance and anger can do, or fear can make you try to control your environment so you don't feel afraid of the world out there, etc. Shutting down is a control so you feel safe, okay? Let yourself be okay with the state your emotional body is in. Let yourself go into it, to the edge. Feel that annoyance. Go right into that annoyance. I am so annoyed. I am so scared. I am so shut down. Really go into it. Take it to the max of that feeling sensation. So you invite that part of you to be, that you're okay with that part of you. It's okay that this part of me is in that state. It's okay that I have this emotional trigger going on right now. It's okay. It will help you embrace it and feel free in yourself, even if you're having emotional responses, right? That's the biggest place we don't feel free. I feel this thing and I'm not free to be me because I'm feeling overwhelmed, stressed, all of that. So I can't be happy. I can't be me. Not true. If you embrace where you are and that part of you, then you are free within it. It can't control you. It can't hold you back. Remember, your emotional response is the biggest clamp down to that sense of being able to be free to be me. You see how that works? It's fascinating. So let yourself be free to be all these variations, like all the colors of a color color box and colors of crayons. Be all of that and be free with it. Not on other people or blame them and all of that, but be free to be in that state for the moment. And don't try to get out of it, and it will dissipate because you will value it, it will have a voice, and then you can come back to going, wow, I'm free to be me, I'm free to be happy, even when I have this emotional feeling of annoyance, frustration, or anger, for instance. Okay? All right. So I want to tell a little story that goes along with this brilliantly. So I happened to watch a little portion of America's Got Talent. It's a, I don't know, variety show where people show their talents and all sorts of people come on. There was a woman singer, you can look her up on YouTube. Night Bird is her composer songwriter name, Night Bird. Well, she came on the stage, had a beautiful voice, and wrote a song about being okay. And why was this so impactful? Because she has cancer in her spine and in a couple of other places. I don't want to be inaccurate here. She has a 2% chance of living. 2%. Okay? Don't feel sorry for her. She was happy and bright, and here was her beautiful statement. Not only was the song about we're all a little lost, it's okay, it's okay. She said very clearly after the song, you can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. I'm going to say that again. It is brilliant. Inspiration. You can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. If she can say that, I better be able to say that. We all have our moments, emotional responses, physical pains, situations we're not happy about. Can we be with that part of ourself, be okay with it, and choose to be the thread of happiness running through it? Does it mean to you that you have to have a big old smile on all the time? No, you just have to have a place in your heart that is happy to be alive and allowing every color in your crayon box to be given expression. So that is my inspiration for you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the inspiration you are, whether you recognize it or not, to others by being conscious, by being alive, by allowing yourself to bring forth your light no matter what is going on with you in this moment. So I celebrate you now as we move towards this beautiful solstice season, a time, well, the solstice itself on the 21st, a time when the sun in essence stands still. It's a tremendous moment of absolute illumination for change and for what is wanting to come forth through you. So this is the time to release all the roadblocks that are keeping you from being free to be your magnificent, soulful, heart-expressed self. I honor you in that way completely. Enjoy this solstice, be in love with life itself, and see what comes up when I say you are free to be all that you are. And let anything that's in the way be in your crayon box so you can be with it, release it, to make more space for happy you. So great to be with you today. I celebrate the treasure chest of the crayon box of every multidimensional aspect of you, being an expanded expression of all that you are in this time. Happy solstice.